Hey, how y'all doing? Mm. Ooh, baby, that one got a little bit of bite to it. Yeah, I'm drinking my coffee. It's not my morning coffee. It's my bulletproof, low carb, keto will give you energy coffee. It's about a little after 2 o'clock Hoodoo Standard Time. I'm gonna try to get this in one take so we don't have to cut away because I want to get this video out to you guys. This is video number 1 in the Candle Magic series, Hoodoo Candle Magic, and I think this one is going to be entitled "The Truth About Candle Magic." Because a lot of people have been led astray, sometimes intentionally, sometimes not. Sometimes our understanding of something isn't exactly what it needs to be, but we don't care because it makes sense to us, right? Like a lot of things we do, it makes sense to us. So I'm gonna tell you guys from a traditional standpoint and from someone who practices hoodoo, candle magic, what it really is. Y'all ready? Grab your pen and papers. And this ain't gonna be long. I ain't gonna do long videos on this. I'll say the long stuff for when we have candle magic class, but you will get an understanding. First of all, at its core, you have to understand what candle magic is. Candle magic is really not candle magic. It's fire magic. It's fire magic. Even though no, and it's not traditional hoodoo to call it fire magic. It's just basically what it is. Because a lot of you will ask questions. Well, what's the difference between this or one? Let me break these apart. Look, I'm starting to look like Hoodoo Master with the shit stuck together, or one of these, right? And the answer to that, the difference between this and one of these, very, very little, because it is the flame that is the important part. What is fire to us? Because in order to understand candle magic, you have to understand what fire is to us. Fire is both our, you know, most blessed savior at times. At other times, it's our biggest fear and enemy. Well, why is that? It is our most blessed savior at times because you have to understand at our very nature, at our core, we are, we're human beings. And there was a time, maybe not so much now since we all fancy and shit, but there was a time when, just that soft glow from that flame or that crackling blaze symbolized safety. It symbolized security. Um, you know, Anyone who really goes roughing it camping, there are times when you are sleeping around that campfire and you can see those little dotted eyes out in the darkness, but they never cross the flame into the light. Candles and fire can mean protection. How can it be our greatest enemy? Because I've said it once, I've said it again. Fire can kill everything on this planet. There are some things, some organisms, if you drop them off out into the depths of space, they'll survive. There are some organisms that can survive floods, that if you blot out the sun, they'll be there still. But nothing can survive fire. Hell, some of the other elements, even though we know they aren't elements, but back in the day when we felt that things were composed of like earth, air, fire, and water, fire can consume the other elements. Fire will reduce earth into metal. It'll boil off water, and you put it in a little jar and light a match up under it. It'll suck up all the air. It'll consume the air. It'll extinguish itself in the process. But you see what I mean? Hell, even when that little cartoon Captain Planet used to come on, did anybody ever want to be anybody except for the little white boy with the fire ring? What was his name? Somebody put his name. Baby, you know what his name was? Remember Captain Planet? The little redheaded white boy with the fire. I forget. I used to forget. I forget his name. Somebody put it in there, but y'all see what I mean. We understand and respect the fact that fire can destroy everything, but we also understand that we need it. Now, how does this? Let me bring this back full circle. How does this help us to understand the very nature of fire? Fire both attracts and repels. Fire at its core is one of the most basic symbols of balance, and the African ancestors believe strictly in balance, the need for it, the need to preserve it and obtain it. Fire is balance. Fire attracts and it repels. It attracts things like it attracts moths, it attracts warmth. It repels enemies, it repels danger, it repels things that we don't want. If you look at all of these candles, that's all they're doing. They're either attracting something or they're repelling something. They're either they're either attracting peace or they're repelling enemies. Some work in a loop doing the same thing, but you guys are sitting there wondering, well, which should I use? Should I use the stick candle or should I use the glass candle? Now, let me answer a question that was asked. People are saying that do these things really work, or is it just marketing hype? And the truth is, guys, it's a little bit of both. Because I don't look, somebody was asleep in the factory, because you see this double action reversible candle is black all the way through instead of like either red or green, and this Doom candle is black all the way through. Now, this candle is blue. Doom, peaceful blessing. Do you think that like that 37 cents of coloring, because this all has the same wax, these are made by the same company, do you think that 37 cents of coloring is what like does it? What about this let's see, look at that shit rubs right off. So maybe it's that 1.2 pennies worth of screen printing that does it. No, it is your battery inside of you. What a lot of people call your mind, your intention. And what these do is, because people understood a long time ago when they started making these that we will forget what the hell we're working for, because people are so fickle. They're so fickle. We are like Hoodoo Dog. I take Hoodoo Dog outside and he's fine. Let a squirrel run by. All of a sudden, squirrel. He forget everything I just told him. Squirrel. We do that a lot of times. Our minds are all over the place. So what these do is, if you have that burning, every time you look at it, it is a reminder. It is, if you burn this Doom candle and you really understand Doom equals death unto my enemies, and you having you a good day, you're not even thinking about it. You're like, you know what? Maybe I should let that Doom candle says, hold on, motherfucker. They lied on you at work. They calling all your friends and family, telling lies. We will not forget this. On the same instance, that peaceful home candle does the same thing. It'll serve as a reminder. Now, y'all are like, is that magic or is that mundane? Hell, mundane shit can be magical, because when you dress the candle and you put your stuff in there, the flame is carrying that out. It is radiating it. It is focusing it and harnessing it. But remember, I told you guys about real magic. It's got to be physical, spiritual, and the mind all in line. But when your mind starts to waver, just looking at this can help to bring you back in line. That's why, it's important to spend time with your candles when you're doing it, because the candle's doing the magical, the flame is doing the physical, but sometimes you got to bring your mind, your brain meats back in line. So looking at this will often remind you, look, I lit this because I wanted a peaceful home. So maybe I shouldn't be such an asshole today. I got to help the magic along. See? But in reality, guys, no, it's no difference between these and these. The only reason I prefer these, but the only reason why, and I don't need reminders and things like that, only reason why is because we are often so busy down here at Hoodoo Central. Like, and not, it's not just with magic. We have lives to live. We want to go to the gym. We want to eat nice food. foot. That's an inside joke. Hey, babe, foot. We want nice foot. But so does that mean we pinch our shits out? No, we like to leave our candles burning. And these are safer to leave burning than these. That is the only reason. You can dress them. You can roll these in herbs. You can sprinkle oil on them just like that, just like this. You can do it the same way. But the thing is, this is a little less safe. Now, people back in the day didn't worry about this. Why? Because, they would burn their candles a lot of times right there on the hearth. Wait, hold on. Wait, right there. Right there on the hearth. Right? That's where they would burn it. So if you're burning candles on concrete or on plates, you don't have to worry about it. But now, we have like little ones and animals and stuff like that. So if this candle falls over, a lot of times the wax splashing will extinguish the flame. And even if it doesn't, as long as it's not rolling near a carpet or some other stuff, you'll be fine. So that's why we prefer these, not because they are any more powerful than these, because they are not. All right. What else do I want to tell you guys about candles? Oh, we're 11 minutes in. We are 11 minutes in. A lot of people will have also been asking me, well, do you even really need candles? Do you even really need any of this stuff? Because it's all about intent, right? This is what I want to close this with. Then we'll watch this and see if there's something else that I wanted to add. But, people think that it's all intent, that you don't need candles at all, right? Bullshit. And I'll tell you why. And y'all don't have to agree with me. That's fine. But I'll tell you why it's not all intent, that there is something to magic, that there is something to all of this. Because if it were, how many of us have intended some shit to happen and it never happened? We intended for it to happen, but we're not talking about doing any work. We just intended. We just wanted it real bad. Wanted some shit to happen, but it didn't happen. How many? Shit, I put up 2 hands. Especially when you were a little kid and your parents make you mad and you sit in your room, wishing them to die. they still be living, right? Or what about people around you not doing no work or nothing, but you just want them to die? Don't happen, right? I'm about to hit somebody real hard. Go look in the mirror. Do you intend to look that way? Go step on that scale. Do you intend for that? So it's not just intent. It requires some focus and it requires some work. All right. I think we'll do another one on dressing candles and why we dress them. But I think now you guys understand that it's not so much the candle as it is the flame. So you can use this, or even this. We go through so many tea lights around here. This is the dollar store special. I think you get 16 of them for $1, but it's these little bitty shits. Like you can't go piss and come back and this shit will still be lit. All right, but I think we'll go into timing and stuff like that. But I think you guys are getting a good understanding of like the truth behind candles and candle magic and what it really is. It's harnessing fire to either project and repel or to bring to us. Now I'll tell you guys another little secret. Now you know how that's saying like moths attracted to flame, or if you look outside at night in the street light, it's always those little bugs flying around. Well, fire does attract. So when you burn that love drawing candle, one way you can tell that it's working by them little moths that start coming to your ass. And you know what I mean by moths. You thinking about this person right there, but like your exes start calling, little shawty doo wop on the corner, like, hey, Miss Lady, the moths start circling, right? The same thing with the money, when you're doing a money candle working, you want $1,000, but here's like $2 here, $1 there. These are like the little moths. So you'll notice them. Here's another thing. And this is more of the way magic really works. So I think is another video because that's a long talk. Because once you understand how magic really works, then all this will like make sense. It'll click. And that's all most of y'all need. I see y'all out there, man. Y'all are waking up. Like I go to sleep at night and I see like y'all's like little flashes. It's like fireworks in the sky. That's another brother, sister waking up, and all y'all need is just something to like click, something to click in your head. But understand there's no difference in what type of candle. Just we would burn whatever would burn. I've said it once, I said 1,000 times. Hell, if all you have is a birthday candle, light that bitch and do what you got to do with it. All right. So there we go. What candle magic really is. I'm gonna watch this again, and I might edit it if there was something I want to add. Um, I can't ask Divinely Appointed because every time I ask her how it was, she's like, "It was good." I'm like, damn, am I really that good? Like, shit, it's hard to keep this hat on because she be making your boy's head go out here. I'm like, I'd be like, no, my boy. I've said it wasn't good. I know. So how about this one? What do you think about this one? It's great. I mean, it's your wheelhouse. Yeah, I love, I love teaching. I love talking about shit. But it's just, some people want you to teach their way, and that shit ain't about to happen. Shoot, guys, in a pinch, you can light one of these motherfuckers and pray into it. Anyway, all right, y'all. That's it. Y'all have a good one. Thank y'all for watching this. It's 16 minutes. I'm not going to add anything unless, I don't know. We'll see. Have a good one. God bless.